Welcome back to Time Unwound. If you're new to this channel, this is a place where we discuss watches and why we love them, the role in history, society, popular culture, and everything in between. Today, we're reviewing the black dial variant of the Khaki Murph, a beautiful and elegant Art Deco-inspired field watch from the affordable American timepiece company Hamilton. Originally a prop for the movie Interstellar, Hamilton released this watch to critical acclaim after the movie's initial release in 2014, with a 38mm version being released in November 2022. Given its link to science and space, I thought visiting Ottawa's Aviation and Space Museum to be a fitting location to show off its prowess as a solid field watch. While its Art Deco styling puts it right at home next to a Spitfire, Camel Sopwith, or Blenheim Bomber, its connection to the future means it looks just at home next to Canada's space arm and various contributions to space travel and exploration. Now, astronomy was my strongest science class, and while I flunked out of every other grade 9 science class, these museums always feel like a meaningful place to visit, especially with the kids. Given my love of all things aviation, especially World War I and World War II planes, and my family's history of service in the Royal Canadian and Royal Air Force during the wars, I couldn't think of a better place to review this watch. With cathedral hands and unapplied Arabic numerals in both a beige and sandy tone, against a backdrop of a deep black dial with a matching black leather strap, the color palette of this watch is absolutely stunning while at the same time muted and understated. Reminiscent of field watches from the early 20th century, the Murph evokes a bygone era where simplicity and precision were a given in watchmaking. Seldom do we see a modern watch so clearly representative of the past while calling to the future and beyond, with its backstory as the tool with which a movie character saved humanity from extinction. Now, if you haven't seen Interstellar, I'd highly recommend stopping whatever you're doing and watching it as soon as possible. I'll try not to spoil the entire plot here, but suffice to say this watch plays an integral part in the story from beginning to end, and carries with it an emotional connection between father and daughter that will surely make you weep as the credits roll. For me, its dimensions hit the absolute sweet spot in terms of diameter and thickness, coming in at a heavenly 38mm across, 11mm thick, 45mm lug to lug, and a very useful and often ubiquitous 20mm lug width, perfect for changing straps. Now, a gray or beige NATO strap would look killer on this piece for sure, although the included black leather strap with beige stitching is lovely in its own right. Using the reliable H10 modified ETA automatic movement, this watch boasts an impressive 80-hour power reserve with an open case back. And for its price of around $1,300 Canadian dollars, I'm very happy with its looks and function, given its 100 meters of water resistance. If you're looking for a good, no-nonsense field watch that can pull off a dressy or casual look depending on your outfit, you'd be hard-pressed to find something better for the price. Now to the story of why I bought this particular watch. This was actually an early graduation present for my partner. They're currently working on their PhD in neuroscience, and I wanted to commemorate their voracious work ethic and commitment to education, which has been a big inspiration to me, our kids, and entire family. Working tirelessly in the lab, writing on the computer, while also coaching swimming and chairing support groups for those suffering with concussions, their positive impact on not only my life, but the lives and well-being of others cannot be overstated. And the example they set on the importance of education and selflessness to our kids is truly a masterclass in parenting. Now, gushing about the love of my life aside, Interstellar is their absolute favorite movie, and the connection they have to it runs deeper than just an appreciation for fine cinema. 3 years ago, they lost their dad in a tragic cycling accident, and the courage and strength they've shown since then has been nothing short of incredible. The connection between the character Murph, for which this watch is named after, and her dad Cooper mirrors the close bond they had with their father, and the scene where Coop gives Murph the watch before leaving to space always hits home in such a way that reminds us both of the fragility and beauty of life and the unbreakable bond between father and daughter. The fact that Cooper uses Morse code through the watch later on in the movie to communicate with his daughter Murph on how to save humanity cements that eternal desire to protect, love, and care for our loved ones, especially between parent and child. The joy and emotion my partner felt when opening the watch box for the first time reminded me that this hobby can be more than just an obsessive appreciation of a mechanical device, status symbol, or a desire to collect things. It can also conjure and summon our deepest emotions and connect us with both stories of old and provide us with memories well into the future. This is my partner's first automatic watch, and while I hope to continue to usher them into this hobby for the love of the game, I know the feeling this watch brings will never be topped, and that makes me extremely happy and content whenever I see it on their wrist. So, if you're looking for an affordable field watch with a solid movement, historic styling, and futuristic backstory, look no further than the Hamilton Khaki Murph, a true favorite in our household and one that'll serve as a reminder of the love between father and daughter for generations to come. Let me know in the comments what your favorite field watch is, if you have any emotional connections to your watches, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you so please. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until the next one, this has been Time Unwound.